Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of JTH Reacts. I am your host JTH and today is time for another Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And today, it does not get any bigger or better than this. It is a Movie Trivia Schmoedown world title match. It is Mark Reilly versus, actually, you know what? I think this needs to be done in style. So, I'm going to invoke my inner Bruce Buffer and I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening! Presented by Collider Video and Schmoes Know, this is the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Our three judges in charge of this fight are Ken Napsik, Mark Ellis, and Christian Harlaw. And when the action is concluded, our main interviewer is Emma Fife. And now, this is the moment movie trivia fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from Collider Video on YouTube. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an 80s movies and superhero movie specialist. Having a professional record, 8 wins, 3 losses, representing Collider and the Wolves of Steel. Presenting the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion and the #1 ranked contender, the challenger, Mark Yodi Reilly. And introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, a Star Wars and biopic specialist, holding a professional record, 6 wins, 2 losses, representing Top 10 and the 4 Horsemen. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, the Outlaw, Rocha! Let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Today's Movie Trivia Schmoedown, unofficially sponsored by Pepsi. Something check them out.
You know what this competition needs?
Yeah, in case you didn't notice, the promo video that I did beforehand was pre-recorded, so I actually was not aware that they were doing a pre-match beforehand, so we're gonna get some bonus coverage, and yeah, this video is gonna be pretty long. So as far as the title match, as far as who I think is gonna win, I gotta go with the champion, John Rocha. I like Rocha, like him a lot. However, I will say, I got a bone to pick with John Stephen Rocha himself. And it's actually a funny story. Well, funny story to me anyway, because I think I might actually have something to do with it. Obviously, you saw the title belt that he's got, the brand new title belt. For those that are probably aware, most people are probably aware, but for the people that don't know, the old championship that he used to have was basically a replica of the old WCW/NWA World Title belt that WWE, as you can see right there, it's the new title. But the old one was a replica of the old WCW NWA World Title that WWE then used for about a dozen years or so. In fact, hold on a second, let me show you, because it kind of has to do with the what I'm about to talk about.
He continued that hot streak he's on. Mark Yodi Reilly seems to have righted the ship. I can give him a pass with the
this belt right here. This belt right here is basically exactly what Mr. John Rocha used to wear. So the funny thing about that story is a little about, I want to say about a little more than a month ago, Mr. John Rocha appeared on Movie Fights from Screen Junkies, and at the time, it was about 2 weeks after he had just become the new champion by beating Dan Murrell, who, of course, Dan Murrell, for those that know, is the fact checker for for movie fights. So, being the pompous ass that John Rocha is, he brought the title belt to the show just to rub it in Merle's face. Now, at the time, he still had the old title belt, and there's a reason I mentioned that, because I actually watched the fight live because I have Stream Junkies Plus, so I watched the fight as it happened. And when Rocha lost on movie fights, me being the smart ass myself, went to Twitter and posted a picture of myself with this title belt, and trying to remember exactly what I said, but the way I think I paraphrased it was basically, well, since John Rocha lost, I can officially declare myself the real Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. Sorry, Rocha, hashtag the champ is me. Well, lo and behold, one John Steven Rocha saw that tweet and responded to it, and I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, or more importantly, what exactly he called me personally. Let me try to find this real quick. This might be a little while. Trying to remember if he called me. Trying to remember if he called me numbnuts or jack off or something along the line.
That book might make you feel a little more confident going into this match. But once you are
yeah, here it is. Mr. John Rocha said, and I quote, "Hey, shut up, numbnuts. Ha ha. Better yet, why don't you just go jump in the harbor?" Invoking his inner Bronx, I guess. To which I then quickly replied, "Yeah, that harbor is filled with the tears of Outlaw Nation. Heals be healing." Which he actually ended up liking the tweet, so yeah, even he thought it was funny, because I certainly thought it was. But, so we went back and forth about this, me and Rocha did. But the funny thing about this is a week later, Rocha then showed up again on Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And when he did, he had a brand new title belt, the one that he has currently. So I was like, now wait a minute. John Rocha saw the picture of me with this belt. He knew it existed, responded to it, and not even a week later, he had a brand new belt. I'm not one to call conspiracy theories, but I'm going to call a conspiracy theory right now. JTH is the reason why Mr. Outlaw has a new championship belt. Nobody has, obviously, who knows if this is actually true or not, but nobody's disproven it yet, so me being the smart ass that I am, I'm just going to assume that it's fact until proven otherwise, because I just found it funny. Because this is just like Rocha to do that. Him see that tweet with me with this belt, and then him run the horror off and basically go, "Hey Christian, there's a poser out there with my belt. You telling me that any scrub can have a title like that? Screw that. I want a brand new title. I want a brand new belt. One that no one else can say they have."
Kind of a silent assassin at times until you get that temper
I
going.
concede, Rocha.
Get that temper so
I have a title that you don't have. I've got the real title. So, congratulations, Rocha. You can walk around with your fake belt, your fake title. But I got the real title right here, because I am the real Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. Because Christian Harloff knew you weren't worthy enough to hold this belt. You weren't worthy enough to have this belt. There's only one man worthy enough to have this title, and his name is JTH.
When she started in this league, she was very nervous. She was the one, if you
Promo over.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to be terrible at this. And now more and more
I do this for fun. I love playing characters. I love doing all that. But nonetheless, let's get into this Schmoedown, shall we? We are into the pre-fight. And honestly, I've not been too familiar with both of these two. And I saw Perry a little bit during the free-for-all, and unfortunately she got knocked out on a horror question, which is very unfortunate considering that she actually is part of a horror panel, so that was very, very disappointing to say the least. So, to me, this is pretty much a coin flip. I'm going to have to pretty much see how this goes first before I can really... To me, I really don't have an opinion on this fight and really don't have a prediction because I had no idea this fight was even going to happen. They basically just showed she got knocked out in the free-for-all. So, yeah, so basically let's find out what these two have, and this is pretty much just the appetizer, the first course until the main entree, which is probably going to be about 20 minutes from now. So we basically can just kick back and relax because we've got a long night ahead of us.
Her strengths are horror, classics, Oscars. She's very well-rounded, and she's great at impersonating me in elementary school.
And how about Brienne, Miss Movies Chandler?
She's got skills, animation movies, musicals. This woman knows musicals.
I mean, that's why I don't know too much about Brienne Chandler, because she's actually never been on here before. So,
ladies and gentlemen, it's time
because I'm not as stupid as I thought I was. I mean, I didn't know who she was.
Introducing first.
Sad thing is, if I had actually known they were going to do this, I would have done a nice little intro for them too.
Degrees, making her Schmoedown debut, Miss Movies, Brienne Chandler. Oh, there she is with the Kill Bill entrance. Very nice. She's
invoking the bride here.
Look at that. That's impressive. She is obviously, I think, the queen of the entrances so far in Schmoedown.
Fierce, fierce. I would not want to be in the way of that sword.
All right, well, we're going to find out if Perry is going to be in the way of her trivia knowledge in just a second here. And her opponent, representing Tough Beats, making her Schmoedown debut, she is Scary Perry Nemiroff.
I actually like the fact that they're using these two as the kickoff to the world title match, because obviously it gives them some exposure in a very important match, a match that many people are going to see, so it's going to get a lot of views, they're going to get a lot of exposure, so that's 2 thumbs up for me. Good job from Christian making this decision. That was a good choice in my opinion.
Coffee ready to go, the John Williams score. What else do you need out of life, right, Ken?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun match, Christian. Looking forward to it.
Very different from the intensity we're about to get after this match, I'll tell you that. All right, the competitors have sat down, so let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
Round number 1. Works like
Get used to that. I might do that very often in all these reaction videos.
8 questions, the same question. They will write the question down. They'll have 15 seconds to answer the question. When they are called upon, they have to show the answer, say the answer at the same time. You cannot steal from your opponent, obviously, in this round. All right, Perry, are you ready?
Yep.
Brianna, are you ready?
Every day.
Then let's do it. All right. Question number 1 in the category of action-adventure. Name one of the 2 leads in the remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Ever see that movie?
I did not.
I'm not sure. You know,
not surprised.
No, I think it's because you don't watch movies.
That's not true. That's not true. I've seen The Devil Wears Prada 34 times.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perry.
Is it Denzel Washington?
That's correct, Brianne.
Denzel
There we
Washington.
go. We're all tied up. Ken.
Question number 2 category is animated. You'll find a jealous
start so
butler
far.
by the name of Edgar in what Disney animated classic? Have you ever had a butler?
Does JTH count?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm going to fire comps to them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Brienne.
Cinderella is not it.
That is incorrect. Perry?
I don't think Sleeping Beauty is it either.
Ooh, we're looking for the aristocrats.
Or cats.
Oh, excuse me, cats.
Forget about that.
But let me tell you the aristocrats joke.
No thanks. All right. Next category in the
You're like
category of
Knapsack. He's
fantasy sci-fi. What is the
bundle
dwarf
full of
name
comedy,
that accompanies
to say
Sarah
the
through
least.
her journey in Labyrinth? What is the dwarf's name that accompanies Sarah through her journey in the film Labyrinth?
I never saw the Labyrinth,
Do you?
actually.
Yeah.
Have
So
you
was
seen it?
meaning
Have you
to,
seen
never
this?
got around to actually doing it.
3 times.
That's true. 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I will learn something with this question.
Drawing a blank, so I said Wendy because I see her out of the corner of my eye.
I don't know if Wendy's gonna like that very
Hoggle.
much. Hoggle's correct.
I
Hoggle's
always
correct.
just said Wendy because I was thinking of
All right,
Wendy's.
Ken.
Question number 4, category of
Other half-pound
dramas.
double cheese.
Name one of the 2 actresses that plays Aunt Jet and Aunt Frances in the 1998 film Practical Magic.
You ever practice magic?
No, I have been the victim of magic, though.
Is that what happened to you?
This question has left me
5,
practically clueless.
4, 3, 2, 1. Brienne?
Sandra Bullock?
That's incorrect. Perry?
Oh, I did the same thing.
Ah.
Oh,
We're
it's
looking
Rizzo.
for either
Yeah,
Stalker
I
Channing or
get it
Dan
now.
Reese. Yes.
Damn.
All right, next category in the category of comedies. In The Hangover, stripper and escort Jade is played by which actress? Don't
Christian,
say
have
it.
you?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perry?
Heather Graham.
That's correct. Brienne?
Heather Graham.
That's correct. Okay, there you
Good
go.
stuff.
All right.
Question 6, category family film set on a farm. This 1993 animated musical is based on a book by E.B. White.
You ever read a book and sang to yourself, making it a musical?
Not at the same time
Yet.
yet,
Tonight?
but I have a goal.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brienne?
Charlotte's Web.
That's correct. Perry?
Charlotte's Web.
That's correct. All right, now they're
Good
battling.
stuff.
Now it's a battle.
We're doing really good
All right,
so
your next category is the category of horror thriller. Who portrayed Carrie in Carrie, the original? Not that drastically remake. You see that stupid thing?
No, I wasn't allowed in the theater that night.
Wasn't really good. 5, that night.
Napstick is comedy gold. This is going to be
2,
quite an
1.
hour
Perry?
to get through.
Sissy Spacek.
Correct, Brienne.
Sissy Spacek.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
Good stuff.
I like
Very
it.
nice.
Final question. Final question category is Pixar. Pixar. Who voiced Disgust in Inside Out?
Now, Inside Out, I think, like I've said this before,
Mhm.
I would pay a significant amount of money to see the emotions going on in your head.
Disgust.
5, 4, 3.
His emotions
2,
would
1.
be
Brienne?
Mindy Kaling.
drunk,
That's correct.
Mindy
more
Kaling.
drunk,
That's correct. All
very
right,
drunk.
Look at that.
Look
So
at
after round
All
number
right.
1, Miss Movies with a
Very
slight
rarely sober.
lead, 6-5 over
And
Perry,
happy.
but that was a very, very tight round.
Yeah, as expected, these competitors know their movies, and it's not surprising, Christian, that's punch versus punch.
So 6-5, only 1 point difference going into round number 2. Here's how it works. The competitors will spin that wheel. If they don't like
Funny
the
thing is,
category that lands on
Napstick's
the
actually
first
the
time, they
drunk
can
movie
choose to
fights
spin
champion.
again.
I've been
However,
waiting for him
if
to
it lands on
have to
opponent's
defend his
choice,
title. He
have
won
to
it back
stick
in
with it.
December.
But
Um,
when they have
hoping
their
that,
category, each
Andy
question
and company
will be
gets
worth
something around that
2
pretty soon.
points apiece unless they opt for multiple choice. Then it's 1 point, and you can also steal from
Because
your opponents. All right,
For those that
Brienne,
don't
you're in the
know,
lead
drunk
here. Would
Ken
you like to go
Napstick
first or second?
is
I will go first.
You're gonna go first. All right, give it a big
double
spin.
funny than what he actually is now.
Brienne is
But you
good
might not
spin.
think is
Oh,
even
yeah,
possible.
I like that spin.
You got to get a lot of momentum
Good
behind
spin,
that
and
wheel.
It's gonna land on 90s
90s film.
90s film.
I'll take it.
You're gonna take it.
She's
All right.
confident.
We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 4, right?
Yep.
Here we go. Ren, you got 90s movies. Question 1. Who was Zorro before passing it on to Antonio Banderas in Mask of Zorro?
Is it Sean Connery?
Incorrect. Give you 5, 4, 3, 2.
I have absolutely no clue. It's Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Ooh.
Brienne hits too late. Too
Oh
late.
well.
Take that. That's sometimes, you know,
Bad
the
break there.
competitors
Yeah,
might
might
want
come
to
back
use
to
that
haunt her.
15 seconds to think about it.
That's right. Sometimes you go with
Not
your
trying to
gut
do a
instinct,
horror
and your
pun,
gut,
even though she's a
you know,
horror
Christian,
specialist.
can be wrong.
It's true.
Question number 2. Who plays God in the 1999 movie Dogma?
Alanis Morissette.
That's correct. 2
There
points.
you go. Nice. All right.
Question 3. In Pulp Fiction, Jules
Dogma, of course, made by
ritually
Kevin
recites
Smith.
a verse.
Um,
For what book
For
of the
those that
Bible
have
before he
never heard
executes
the
someone?
interview that
Sure.
Kevin Smith
Multiple
did
choice.
about
A,
Dogma, I think it was on one of
wisdom,
his
B.
special
Jeremiah,
Kevin Smith
C.
documentary
Ezekiel,
DVDs
D.
from
Revelation.
way back. I think it was like 2000. It's actually a really funny Q&A session that he did, and he talked about Dogma at great extent.
I'll go with
That's also
Jeremiah.
where you might have heard about the infamous
Revelation.
Superman story about
Incorrect. We're looking
John
for
Peters
Ezekiel.
and Tim Burton.
Oh.
It's really
Ezekiel.
a great listen and a great watch.
This is the second Bible question I've
All right,
gotten
all right.
on this show.
All right, Miss Movies, your final question in this round category, 90s. Who played Doc Brown's love interest in Back to the Future Part 3?
Mary Steenburgen. Mary Steenburgen. Clara is the character's name.
We're going to say it's incorrect.
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 Mary Steenburgen?
That's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Ah!
That's correct for the
Oh boy,
steal.
I'm lucky you got half of
Sounds
that
good.
out.
I knew what she was trying to get
I'm
at,
gonna
but
challenge it.
You're gonna
She's
challenge
gonna
Because I
it?
also
challenge.
gave the character's name, which
All
is
right.
Clara.
What's that?
that's a good
Dead
challenge. I
wrong.
like that
Okay,
because
judge
I knew
says no.
what she was
Judge
talking
is
about.
gonna Judge is gonna
Wow.
overrule.
All right, you saw it here,
So there you
Christian.
go. So
Damn,
the challenge
that's
was brought out, and okay, so here we go. So
All right,
now 8-7. 8-7 now, and it is
Yeah,
Perry's
a big
turn
break
to
there,
spin
which,
the wheel.
Oh no.
It's a good thing. It makes up for the mistake she made earlier.
That's a good spin, Christian. Enough momentum on it to make it work.
It's gonna land.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
hard thriller. That's big for Perry. That's big for Perry. All right, Perry. Hold on a second.
I will stick with it.
She's going to stick with it.
I had a funny feeling you'd say that. All right, here we go. In the category of horror
Hopefully
thriller,
she's gotten the
what is Sharon Stone's
the jitters
profession
out
in
after
the
what happened in the free for all, when she
1992
missed
thriller Basic
she missed a psycho question that was just so
I'm pretty sure I know it, but I'm also afraid
just
I'm
was
gonna
not
blow it
good.
because I know
I mean,
she knows
everybody
it, so
else
I'm
at the
gonna say
table
multiple choice.
knew what it
Is it
was,
A,
and
a
she completely
detective,
blanked on it,
B,
and
a
it ultimately
painter,
cost her getting
C,
eliminated.
a crime novelist, D, a lawyer.
A lawyer.
That's incorrect.
No?
She's a prime novelist.
That's correct.
My bad.
Wow.
Well,
Crime novelist.
Key steal
sucks.
there.
All right, so there you go.
That is a big
Brienne
steal.
Picking up a big point there.
Needed
To
that
me,
point
at
back.
any
All right.
points that
In 2004's Van
Brienne is
Helsing,
able to get in this
what
category
monster
is
did
a
Van
big
Helsing
bonus.
find living in the cave below the burned down windmill?
Oh boy.
Look, is that your final answer?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Frankenstein's monster, B, a werewolf, C, vampire, D, Mr. Hyde?
Vampire?
That's incorrect.
Frankenstein's monster?
Correct for one more point. Brienne making
Well,
up those points she lost in the
okay.
previous
Oh, nice.
round. All right,
Yeah,
question
too.
3. In American Psycho, what does
I'd like to
Patrick
think that she's
Bateman
not drawing
kill
blanks,
Paul
but she just
Allen
really.
with?
I'm gonna say an axe.
And you'd be correct for 2 points. That is
She needed that,
I wanna
Christian.
Yeah,
trust
that's good.
myself
Really needed
now.
that.
all right.
Agree with that
So
one.
it is it's very close here still. And as we get to your final question, in 1996's Scream, what is the name of the news program that Gail Weathers is a reporter for?
Come on, Perry.
Deep breaths from Perry there.
I'm gonna say multiple choice just because I'm panicking right now.
A, Deadline. B, The Hollywood Leak. C, Top Story.
Top story.
That's correct for
Correct.
1
Tie the
point.
game.
Tie game here as
Okay.
we get into round number 3. They both
It's a
fought
good idea
very
she
hard
went
in their
for
second
choice there.
round.
She wasn't quite
and they
sure.
played the
She
game
needed
smart,
time to
Ken. There was
gather
couple that they
herself.
didn't
That
get
was a good
right, but
idea.
They
Good
thought
choice
about
there.
it. There's some key steals from Brienne there.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Round number 3, the final round. It works like this. They are going to pick 3 numbers from 1 to 25. The first one is worth 2 points. Second one, 3 points, and the final one is worth 5 points. All right, let's start with, because it's a tie game, Perry Nemiroff, you are the favorite in this match, and it is tied now, so please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 25.
Going with 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
All right.
All right, Brienne.
I
Go
will
4, 5, 6.
12, 18, and 6.
12, 18, and 6.
Okay.
All right,
A
we're
little
going
more
to
conventional.
start with Brienne.
I'd like to see them go
Chose
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
number
6.
12
Just
for her first category,
Just for
which would be
pure comedy
comic
sense.
book movies.
Oh, great.
Who played Bruce Wayne's love interest in Batman Forever?
Nicole Kidman.
That's correct.
That's correct.
2 points. All right, back to Perry Nemiroff now.
Did I say her name correctly?
You did that time, correct.
Ooh,
Chase Meridian. Would that work too, or will it not, Judge?
Oh, she really.
Wow, some
Personality. I like the sass coming out of her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
the
do.
pride is here. She is armed. Let's be
Little
careful.
heel coming out. I like it.
All right, like you said, Christian, back to Perry. She picked 1, 2, and 3. It means number 1 will be her 2-point question. The category is Scorsese films. Martin Scorsese, famous director. All right. 2-point question is, what is the name of Daniel Day-Lewis's character in Gangs of New York?
Oh, crap. John.
Incorrect. Looking for Bill the Butcher. Bill the Butcher.
All right, we stay with Perry.
All right, she chose number 2. That category is classics. Question is, who won the Oscar for Best Actor in On the Waterfront?
That's you, Perry.
That's me?
Yeah, it's you.
God, I picked the worst categories for myself and I just watched this.
That looking good.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Robert Redford. I know it's wrong.
Incorrect. Looking for Marlon Brando.
Marlon
That's what it would
Brando.
be.
All right, so we are down to Perry's final question here. If she does not hit this 5-pointer, then Brienne
I really
will
don't know
win
what
the
to say
game.
about Perry. She
However,
just
if hits
really
it,
looks
then
like she's
Brienne will
gotten
be
that
forced to hit her
bit of
next
stage fright.
question.
Just
All right.
really doesn't look like
There
she's
you go, 1, 2, and 3. Number
reacting
3
good
means
under the
it's
spotlight
90s
during these
movies
trivia
for your
schmoedowns.
category. 90s movies.
because I know she knows her
5-point
stuff, but
question.
it's just
In Down Periscope,
it's got to be
who did
intimidation.
Kelsey Grammer make walk the plank? We're looking for the actor's name.
I have absolutely no clue.
5, 4,
Here, at least guess.
3.
I don't know. Keanu Reeves.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Movies, Brienne Chandler.
Of course, Chris, we're looking
Unfortunately for
Rob
Perry, I
Schneider.
think
Rob Schneider.
Ruins the day
that's the
like
kind of
it has
performance
been
where I
for
actually
many
don't know if
years.
she's going to want to
Let's see
keep
what
doing
this
singles
is.
competitions
Oh,
because
man, and look at the heel.
once again she just
Wow,
really
I like this person.
just
That
didn't
actually
look like
walked
she
off
was
the
all there,
set.
Wow,
and
Miss Movies.
she looks like
Movie's
she
turned into
under
a
the
real
spotlight when
force
it's
here
just
in Movie
herself.
Trivia Schmoedown.
She looks like she
Perry's obviously a little
struggles
upset. We're gonna hear from
quite a
her
bit,
in the
and
pre-interview,
I'd like to
question
see her
and
keep
fight. So
going
let's go
in
ahead and
team
hear
competition
from
because
both the winner,
I
Miss
think
Movies and
overall they
Brienne.
still have potential to be a
What is
good
up, Movie
team,
Trivia
but
Schmoedown fans? I'm Emma Fife
unfortunately
here
it
with
looks
Miss
like in
Movies
singles
and
competition
Jay
she
Washington. I'm not really sure.
Why are
which-
you not sure?
I don't-
My name is
It's hard
Jay
to say.
Washington, and
I'm
I
not
am
gonna
the
say that
advocate
somebody shouldn't
for the
compete, but
victorious Miss Movies, Brienne
stage
Chandler.
fright is
As you
definitely
saw,
an issue that Perry has right now,
scared,
and
and you
that's
are
not
the
something that can be
victorious.
easily overcome.
Now it is just a matter of time before my client goes.
And I speak as somebody that
ahead
has
in the
had
showdown.
stage
Okay, so
fright
are you
for
gonna
a
answer
good
all the
long time in
questions
my
about
life.
how
Are you
she
just
did
gonna
in
ask the
match
questions?
four? Yeah.
Ask the
okay.
questions.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Sometimes just
So
very hard to
going into
overcome.
this match today, Brienne, you seemed pretty confident. And
Confident is not even the word. She was beyond confident. She was excelling above the
Those that don't want your
stars.
stage
Next
fright is never
question.
anything to be
where
you
all
know,
did you get
embarrassed
this
about. Sometimes you
fabulous
just gotta find
jumpsuit
something
from? I
that
really like this bride thing you've
you
got
feel good
going
about,
on here.
and
See, she has her sword
it's like
pointed at
Paul
you.
Heyman
Next question.
from WWE once said. Sometimes you have to
90s movies. How did you
accentuate
feel
your
about that
positives and
going
hide your
into
negatives.
having
So
spun the wheel and getting that category?
if you ever feel that you have stage fright, just do something that
It's my time to speak.
you know you're comfortable
I'll
with,
take this
and do
from
something
here.
that
Thank
you know you can
Thank
do.
you.
And
You're dismissed. So, 90s, that's kind of when I was growing up in
one
high
thing that I
school,
felt
so
that I've always been able to
that
do
would be
is
an area
make
that would be
people
a
laugh. I do it
strength.
sometimes at
Not
work.
so much, but, did all right. Probably should have
At least I think I do that without pissing them
at the
off.
beginning there, because I knew the answer as soon as I
I'm
said
definitely
it.
a class
Well,
clown
and
at
you,
work.
you really got in there with the judges during the match. I mean, you threw a
Oh,
challenge.
it's not over. It's not
Definitely
over.
try to be
I know your name,
funny
and I'm definitely coming
24/7.
for you. You won't be here
Sometimes
next week.
I'm way over the top, but
All right.
know,
Well, with
it's
your
to the point now where people
confidence
at
and
my
your
job actually
katana
expect it.
and
Where
your swagger,
if
who are
I'm
you
not
taking on
being
next?
funny 24/7, they might
That's a
think
great
that I'm
question. I
that
know
something
that 6
seriously wrong.
degrees
So
is taking on tough
it's just
beats.
habit by nature. Now it's to the point where I
Maybe
go to
should
work, I
take on
have to crack a
Jonathan?
joke every single time
Oh,
I
maybe?
open my mouth.
Take
I don't
down
know.
both members of Tough Beats individually because it's not over between you and Perry yet.
It's possible. But there's so many names floating in the air that I'm thinking of as well, but can't come to my mouth.
It was a
right
good win
now, so
for
that's it.
Right.
Brienne.
And are
She
you
definitely
gonna,
looked
are
like
you gonna continue to
she definitely
bring
didn't look
these
intimidated
challenges to the
from the
judges
spotlight,
and
especially for
It
come-
depends. If they're being jackasses,
her
of
debut,
course I'm gonna
especially
be bringing the
as I said
challenges to the
before, in a
judges.
match that's going to be seen
Fair
by quite a lot of
enough.
people.
Well,
She definitely
congratulations
did
on a
not
fabulous
look
singles
intimidated
debut to
in the
you, Miss
slightest.
Movies, Brienne
And
Chandler. We will be
ultimately,
right
I think
back
that was
with
the
Scary Perry
determining
Nemiroff.
factor. I
All
think
right,
it was
and
just
we
a matter
are
of
back with
somebody
Perry
had
Nemiroff. Perry,
Somebody was
just
ready to
narrowly
go, and
defeated. I
unfortunately,
gotta tell you,
Kind of.
those last questions you had were challenging.
You know, I was happy that I played a decent game and a smart game because I've never really done that before. But those last three, I never would have come close to getting the right answers.
I mean, you were absolutely crushing it in round one. It was so close between you and Brienne. You both got the majority of the questions
definitely
right.
had that to go
And then
by.
going
But
into round two, you got some big steals off of her 90s movie spin. And then the horror thriller category happened.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed just because clearly I love talking about horror all day, but the problem with that slice of the wheel is that it's horror thriller, so then you have the Van Helsings that sneak in, and I've only seen that once for good reason.
I don't even know if Van Helsing should count as either horror or thriller.
Can I challenge that now? Is that possible? No.
No, I think the moment has
Yeah,
passed.
yes,
sadly.
it's still
Alas,
horror thriller.
you held
It's
on there
very
though.
scary
You
to
made it
watch.
all the way through to round three. You didn't get TKO'd. You didn't get KO'd. You
That's
did.
the
as you said,
unfortunate
you
thing
played a
about
very
horror
smart
thriller,
game
you know.
today. So
When you think
moving
horror,
forward, are
you
we
only
gonna
think
see you
about
competing again in the
really
singles?
I
4
wouldn't
movie
mind.
franchises:
I mean,
Nightmare on Elm
definitely
Street,
could use
Friday the
a little
13th,
help because clearly
Halloween,
there's very big
and
gaps in my movie
Saw,
knowledge at this point,
and
I
then,
just need to get
you know,
to
people
the
just
point
forget
where
about
I
all the
can
other ones.
actually
Nobody
know
thinks
that
about
kind of stuff
the other
rather than freeze
singles,
up and just completely
you know,
draw
solo
blanks.
horror
But
films like
you know, at
The
this point,
Thing,
what this
The
match
Blob,
was for me
The
was kind
Fly,
of just ripping the Band-Aid off,
and all those,
finally
and all
jumping
the
in
Hitchcock
and feeling
movies and all
somewhat
that.
comfortable in the ring by
It's
myself.
definitely
So
a
now that I've experienced it, I think I'm
it's
gonna
definitely
be
a
able to
much
step forward with
trickier
just a little
category
more
than it would
confidence,
seem.
even though I took
You know,
the L today.
it's
And
like
how
not everything's
about
just
that
Freddy Krueger and
opponent
Jason
of yours?
Voorhees.
She came out. That's a Brienne we've never seen before.
That is a Brienne we've never seen before. She, you know, she knew her stuff. She got some good categories, and she came prepared. She studied hard, so
She
you know,
also tried to stab the judge.
well, that is a thing that happens. So we'll see how long that lasts before she kills everyone on the crew, and we can't do Schmoedown anymore.
Well, it's not over between you and Brienne either, because
No,
you guys
no.
will be facing each other in the
Oh,
teams
don't
tough
worry.
beats
Schmoedown
going up
will
against
always
6 degrees.
continue
How do you
on.
feel? Go.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
I'll
speaking
just
of,
be the
there
new
he is, the
host.
man.
I did a bang-up job in the opening, didn't I, guys?
I just want to say,
Didn't I?
Perry did tough beats
Please.
today. Really good. You lost,
Oh,
but
God.
you know what? That was no TKO. She was a strong
I hope I
opponent.
did all
But
right
you know what?
by
She's
everybody's
getting a little
standards.
overconfident.
If not,
We've seen people that get overconfident.
I'm
And Draco,
sad now.
Bibiani, sometimes they crash. This one is not going to quit. She's going to come back strong, and she's not going to be overconfident.
You're the best.
Aw. Well, Perry, we certainly wish you
That
luck in
was
all of your
so
future
cute.
endeavors. This was a match well fought today, if not
It
quite
was fun.
one.
I like to win, and I'm sad that I lost, but at the same time, like, I will fully admit that was fun. My love of this game is not changing at all. I just want to get better. I want to come back, and I want to get some wins.
And I have a feeling
that's
that we
good
will
attitude
see
to
some
have.
wins from Perry in the very near future.
as long
Now
as she's
back to
having
you,
fun,
Ken
you
and
know,
Christian.
that's good to know.
Well, there you go.
'Cause
How
obviously,
about that,
All that
man?
yoga
you know,
paid off.
intimidation
I
can definitely
can't
play a factor, but as long as she
believe
still
that
has
we
fun,
have
that's a
here
good
in,
thing.
In Miss Movies, she started to scream at myself and Ken. She had Jay Washington talking for her the whole entire time. This is a different Brienne Chandler.
That's right, but maybe she
So obviously, we
learned
still
from one
got
of the best heels we've ever
over 40
had
minutes to
in a
go.
Schmoedown.
Now,
Might be
obviously,
none other than the
as
man
I
that's
alluded
about
to in the
sit in
opening, the
favorite
championship
seat,
match will be a
John
5-round
the Outlaw
competition. So
Rocha. All right, well, here
honestly,
we go,
don't
guys.
really know
As
how
we told you at the
much of an
beginning
intermission they're going to
of
have in
this
between
video,
here. So
John Rocha, Mark Reilly for the championship. The third match between these two, and let's see how that all came to be right now.
will Reilly avenge his loss, or will it be a sweep? Will it be third luck's the charm, or will it be 3 strikes and you're out? We will find out in mere moments. I'm going to take a quick exit, and I'll be right back. I'm going to keep the video running. Obviously, I'm probably going to have tons of time to find out and get back here in time. So just hold tight, and JTH will be right back.
Washington and been directed by Spike Lee. He Got Game and Malcolm X.
And your winner, advancing into the finals, the Outlaw,
You want to get to where you're going, you got to use those people as the stepping stones. When you speak things into action, into the universe, things happen. I fought back and won, and that's what it takes.
and your winner, and the
Not scared of anybody. You line them up, I knock him down. That's how it works. I beat the head murderer to win the title. That's how it works. Who else you got? Reilly, I beat him twice already.
Here now, and I am excited. It's been about 9 months since I've got a shot at this. Of course he's
Here
here.
he is. Oh boy.
How many times I gotta beat you, man? How many times do I have to beat you till you get it? See, what the lie they're telling you is third time's a charm. Oh, no. I've already beaten this man 3 times.
Get the hell out of here. This is my interview, okay? You are the most classless champion I've ever seen. You have no respect whatsoever.
See, all the bluster you talk about is why I have the belt, son.
Turn on a
I
fan.
back up everything I say. What did I say a year ago? I want the title.
You got it, man. I respect that.
And I've had the tag team titles, too. I win. That's what I do.
You know what this competition needs? It needs a frickin' hero. You are a villain. You are a piece of
No, wait.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out, my God! Does anybody else? Get the f out!
Kind of shame that I actually missed all this, man.
Get out, you piece of
Shoot, got something else. I'll be right back.
Well. Reilly, you're coming for me again, huh? The first 2 times didn't teach you anything, right? Is that what we're talking about? You want a shot at the belt now? Now you want a shot at the belt? Now you want to take on the champ?
I'm back. That's right, it's been a year since I lost that belt. And the reason, more than anything, that I wanted back in this spot is because that guy, whatever his name is, this outlaw that thinks he's some kind of cowboy, that rides in on some pink felt horse and has friends that call himself Four Horsemen, doesn't deserve to wear that belt.
You know, you physically assaulted me in that interview. By the way, my lawyers are still getting in touch with your people. But you physically assaulted me. And that let me know I was inside here, buddy.
Just to remind everybody who JTH is rooting for.
Head of yours.
Outlaw Nation.
Right in there.
Yeah,
Even
Rocha
despite
may have
everything
beaten
I said
him twice
earlier.
already, and he uses that quite a bit. But it doesn't
Four
matter.
Horsemen for
You know
life.
why? Because a hero always gets up, he dusts himself off.
This new movie
goes
trivia Schmoedown
after
is
what he
unofficially
wants.
sponsored by
God created me.
Cheese.
So only God
Try
can
it.
destroy me.
It's
buddy.
wonderful.
And no histrionics or yelling or showing off for the cameras is going to do you any good once we get inside that cage, my friend. It's you and me for 5 rounds, if you even make it that far, for the title. And when it's over, you're going to be the one screaming and crying about your missed opportunity at the shot.
Time is up. You had that belt, you held on to it. It's done way too many things in your head, dude. And I'm coming in to take it because a hero deserves it. I'm taking that belt back because this league needs Yodi. This league needs a hero, a face of this league. I can't wait to take it from you, man. I cannot wait to take it from you.
He's talking
all
a good
the belts,
game, but
you want all the belts?
honestly,
I'm taking all the belts.
A new vision
we all
came
know
to me
this.
last night before this
Any
match.
kind of
It came to me
competition like
so
this is always
powerfully, I
better when
felt
the
my
bad
knees
guys
and
are on
started
top.
weeping to my
It's
Lord.
always better when the good guy's chasing
And it said,
than when
I
he's
want
already on
you
the king of the hill.
to be the greatest of all time. The greatest Schmoedown competitor of all time. Not just the greatest champion. The greatest competitor of all
Well, I wouldn't say
time.
greatest champion because
And Reilly,
the greatest champion
as I said before,
is
you're
right
just
here.
another bag of bones in my
The
way.
real movie trivia
to
Schmoedown
achieving
champion.
my ultimate goal.
Hashtag fake belt.
The greatest.
I mean, look at you got Reilly has been saying he wants to. He is a hero. He's going to take down the villain, the head villain, and then you have Rocha doing that bizarre thing where he's losing his mind.
I'm getting shades of the film Unforgiven right now, Christian, so I hope that's not the answer to one of the trivia questions, because Mark Reilly is one of the legends of this game. When we started this decades back in the year 2014, it seems like centuries now.
He
Mark
definitely
Reilly
looked
was
strong
what
in the
everyone was gunning
team
for. We knew he was
competition,
gonna be
which
champ. Then here comes Outlaw.
I was
Rocha riding in on
much
his
more
high
surprised
horse,
than
and
I
Yodi
actually
seemed to go away
was
for a little bit.
anticipating.
Maybe
And
it was William Money. Maybe John
I
Rocha.
actually jumped the gun when it came to the team battle between ETC and Wolf's Steel. I actually did not even realize that ETC split up after the match was over, so
Rocha,
that is the me with the pre-jack, if you would call it that. So, for all you reactor videos out there, it pays to watch the whole video. But hey, that was my first video. I learned the hard way, so we'll try to make sure that doesn't happen more often.
He wants to go all the belts, all the records. Same thing as Rocha, but Rocha also is saying he wants to be the greatest of all time. And in order to do that, he has to have at least 2 title defenses. His predecessor, Dan Murrell, had 2 title defenses. This is going to be his first, should he beat Mark Reilly.
Look, one man's a hero, one's a villain, but the bottom line is they're grown men groveling for belts. The only thing that separates them is one of them drives a Prius and one of them drives a horse.
Well, we're going to let Booker T, the great Booker T, 5-time WCW champion, he will be doing the tail of the tape / keys of victory. Right now, here we go.
Can you dig it, sucker? What's up, guys? It's Booker T, WWE Hall of Famer, 5-time WCW champ, and we're back this week on the Schmoedown Championship match. Oh yeah, and one of these 2 men will have the right to call themselves the Schmoedown champion. Now, Mark Reilly, the challenger, he's a former champion, and this week he's coming off a big win. Gotta give him a whole lot of confidence to go out there and reclaim the Schmoedown championship. Now, John Rocha, the champion. This guy, he's good.
It's ironic that both guys that are top contenders are both Star Wars fanatics. So, usually that would be a big advantage for one of them in a fight, but now that unfortunately completely counteracts each other because they both know their stuff in that category. So, I think ultimately the second round will ultimately be the deciding factor. I know that there are additional rounds 3 and 4. For those that do not know, round 3 is kind of a Jeopardy style round, and round 4 is kind of a speed round style. My personal opinion, I'm not really a big fan of that style round, and it's something that I've actually stated in prior championship matches on Schmoedown. To me, there should be a different way to do that, because I don't like to have, me personally, I do not like to see championship matches determined by who can ring a buzzer faster.
Mark Reilly is not able to compete. They say Mark Reilly was not able to compete. Something happened on the way over.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have to have someone fill in.
If he can't compete, then that means that the match would be forfeited to John Rocha.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Reilly's gonna fight. Mark Reilly's gonna fight.
Mark Reilly's gonna fight.
Yay! Yay! Hey, why am I cheering Mark Reilly? I got the Outlaw hat on.
Representing the Wolves of Steel, he's gonna fight with a record of 8 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 knockouts. The 2014 Ultimate Schmoedown winner, the #1 ranked,
I'm always a sucker for this song.
and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Mark Yodi Reilly.
There's the crowd. And he did it.
Oh, nice kick there by Reilly. I thought he was hurt. Conspiracy.
You think that he's gonna do one thing?
Conspiracy.
What a classy champion
He
has
vows.
been.
I'm not sure if he's actually a black belt with that jump kick. It was more a purple belt situation, but nonetheless, Mark Yodi Reilly is going to compete. John Rocha, you're not getting the belt back that easy.
And the first time he's been the challenger for a championship match. And his opponent, representing the 4 Horsemen, with a record of 6 wins, 2 defeats. He is the 2016 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist, the former Movie Trivia Team champion, and the reigning, defending, undisputed Movie Trivia Schmoedown, champion of the world, the Outlaw, John Rocha.
Here comes the
I think I pretty much called that intro start to finish.
Heavier than they've
I'm very impressed with myself.
Really been fun. He's got some applause there too.
I mean,
So Christian, if you happen to not end up making a movie trivia Schmoedown at any time, just give me a call. I'm available at any time.
He requested the horseman not.
Plus, I do need the money now and then.
that are escorting him to the ring.
He wanted to be by himself tonight. He requested the horseman were not there.
Oh, he's got a Wolves of Steel shirt.
Oh, he
Uh-oh.
That is way below
he just
the
wiped
line.
his ass with the Wolves of Steel shirt.
Somebody get a sanitation department. That's going to lower our grade if we were
That's
a
not going to
restaurant.
sell well on eBay. All right, guys. So are you ready to
On contrary,
Ready.
as ridiculous as the internet is nowadays, that would probably go for $5,000.
All right, Mark. Round one. Tell him how it works.
New rule just
Do not
made,
downplay
Christian. No more
the
wiping
idiocy
of
of the
with
internet.
T-shirts.
Thank you.
Rocha.
Oh.
In round one, it works in the way a normal round one where you're each going to get 8 questions to the field. You write down your answer on the whiteboard. Once we ask you to reveal your answer, please show the whiteboard to the camera as you verbalize it. Each question is worth 1 point. There's obviously no penalty for missing a point, and there is no stealing in round one. I will remind you, gentlemen, of our other 2 newer rules. One is the challenge rule. If you're not sure about the way a question was worded or the answer, you can challenge it. If your challenge is upheld, you do get another challenge. And we also have the JTE rule, which means that you may only ask the
Not the
host
JTH
to
rule.
repeat the question
Thank you.
3 times in any given match.
I got something I want to say.
Oh, boy.
Horse, you
Uh-oh.
It's ridiculous that I have to face Reilly again. I've beaten you twice. How many more beatings do you need? You're never gonna have this belt. You don't deserve this belt. This thing is mine. I am the greatest of all time, and you're just the next step to that ultimate hilltop.
Very sweet
Riley.
leg.
You got anything, Riley?
Oh.
No.
Anybody can wear a cowboy hat and hold 4 fingers up in the air like some kind
Alright,
of
here we
rodeo
go.
I'm
circus
not following
clown.
no stupid crane kick.
Round one. Here we go. Ellis.
Your first question comes from the world of action-adventure movies. In the 2014 film Two Guns, which actor played on-the-run DEA agent Bobby Trench?
My dad knew a guy in Vietnam they used to call 2 shots. I think he fell asleep and shot his
I'm
gun
not
twice.
going to ask you why,
I
but
just
you
told
gave
you.
me the
Yeah.
answer.
5.
Very odd way for you to kick off this match.
Oh, you got nothing planned. 3. What? 2. 1. All right, champion Rocha.
Denzel Washington.
That's correct, Riley.
Denzel Washington.
Correct. All right, 1-1.
They're ready to play, huh?
And so the
Both-
crowd's ready to play.
both
So we're
games started with a
getting,
Denzel
so
Washington
far.
as
Here
the
we go.
answer.
In the category of animated,
Interesting.
in the Shrek franchise, King Harold is actually what type of animal?
You had a friend named Harold. Would you call him Harold or Harry?
How do you know I don't?
You don't have a friend named Harold.
I would think
No,
he'd be a
I don't.
lion.
5,
It would be
4,
would make sense.
3, 2, 1. Mark Riley.
Frog?
That's correct, Rocha.
Frog.
That's correct. There we go.
Shrek
It's
logic.
like they're just
Silly
they're just
name.
warming up.
Trading off.
Your next category is in the world of comedies. What actress played Miami Dolphins representative and Ace's love interest in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
You ever been a pet detective?
If you ever saw Friends, you know
For
this.
animals around the neighborhood, gathering quarters from old ladies.
5, 4,
It's a fun gig.
2, 1.
Championship
Rocha.
match
Courtney
coming down
Cox.
to an
Correct,
Ace
Riley.
Ventura
Courtney
question.
Cox.
3 to 3.
Even if we're just dancing in the dark, they are perfect so far.
All right, your next category, gentlemen, is category of drama. Which famed historical figure was played by Kirsten Dunst in Sofia Coppola's 2006 film?
Every one of her movies we've reviewed together, you have fallen asleep there.
That's a bold-faced lie. Nat.
Nat is asleep.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Riley?
Marie Antoinette.
That's correct, Rocha.
Let them eat cake, Marie Antoinette.
That's correct. Look at this. 4, 4.
Quoting the movies as though they're
Very nice
taunting the
opening.
hosts who just are trying to put on a fun show for them.
There we go.
Your next question, in the world of family movies, who directed the first film in the Spy Kids franchise?
You've been part of a franchise?
Never saw any of those films. Was not a fan of
I
them.
got close one time.
Get traded.
New York Life Mike,
5,
Little League baseball team.
4, 3, 2, 1. Rocha.
Robert Rodriguez.
Correct. Riley.
Robert Rodriguez.
Wow, they're both 5, 4, 5. They have not missed. That's why they are 2 of the best.
Both
All right.
competitors seeming frustrated with the level of questions so far.
Who's going to miss? Fantasy sci-fi is your next category. A prophecy states that a female child with a special birthmark will be born to end the reign of Queen Bavmorda in what 1988 fantasy film?
I bet Ken Knapsack you were going to trip up during that question.
I didn't. A prophecy states that a female child with a
It's weird
special
that both these
birthmark
guys know
will be
Star
born to
Wars,
end the
yet
reign of Queen Bavmorda in
fantasy
what
sci-fi is not one of their strong suits.
No?
Seeing as Star Wars is pretty much sci-fi
4,
and fantasy.
3, 2, 1. Mark Reilly.
Willow?
That's correct. Rocha. Rocha? Incorrect. Mark
Oh,
Reilly
boy.
takes the lead. Mark Reilly takes the lead, and the crowd goes nuts. The crowd goes nuts.
I'd like to remind the crowd that was not the champion question.
He did not win it.
Just one
I like
point.
bad movies. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Oh.
How dare you, sir?
How
Yo!
Your next question
I
comes
need
from
a
the
Luke
world of
Skywalker.
Where's Val Kilmer now?
Yo!
And your question is thus. Crispin Glover plays a reclusive man who leads an army of rats in what 2003 Creep Fest?
One of my friends
Do
was
not
like,
ask.
no.
No, I have never led an army of rats.
No, I just thought you might have been part of a creep fest.
Well,
5,
who hasn't?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rocha.
Willard?
That's correct. Rocha. Reilly.
I blew that. Ed.
Oh, back and tied. Here we go.
Good place, Ed. I know.
All right. Here we go. Tie game. And your last category is the category of new releases.
Oh, I don't watch movies. All right, yeah.
Which actor played the albino mutant Caliban in this year's Logan? Which actor played the albino mutant Caliban in this year's Logan?
Do you think Willow and Willard?
Logan was a
Damn,
great
Willard.
film.
Fucking Willard.
I should say.
Crossover movie.
Fucking Willard.
So
Five,
to me, it's been the best movie so far this year.
2, 1, and Riley.
Stephen Merchant.
That's correct. Rocha.
Stephen Merchant.
Tie game as we go into round 2. What a championship
My personal
match
opinion,
so far. Riley had only
somebody
missed
should be
one, Rocha
nominated
only
for an
missing
Oscar
one,
in that
And
movie.
it's time to bring out the wheel.
Hats and headbands off to you, gentlemen.
Mark Ellis, how does round
That
2 work?
In round 2,
fucking
each competitor is going to get a series
wheel.
of 4 questions. Those questions
That quote
correspond
courtesy
to a category
of one
on the wheel that
classy
you will
Clark
spin.
Wolf.
If you do not like the category you spin, you are allowed to have a mulligan. But if you spin again, you must take whatever category the wheel lands on. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice, at which point the value
As
of
I
the
said
question
earlier,
goes
this will
down
probably
to
be
1. Keep in mind,
the
there
make
is
or break
stealing
category in
round
this
2, although there was no penalty for
round
missing
in this entire
a
match.
question. It is a tied game, Rocha, because you are the favorite. Would you like to spin first or allow Daniel LaRusso to spin?
Oh, I'm going to let LaRusso spin.
Wow.
LaRusso spins.
Wow.
Let him spin.
Interesting. All right. Big spin here for the challenger.
Thought you were being gracious there, Boyko.
There
There's the
goes
chat.
the wheel. You know he's looking for a hard thriller.
Maybe new releases, too.
Maybe Pixar movie.
Oh.
Opponent's choice.
Christian,
Oh,
this is so
boy.
interesting because it's up to the champion to decide if they want opponents and spinner's choice. Rocha said he wanted it. It pays off big
Pays
time.
off, yeah.
Scores and soundtracks.
Scores and soundtracks.
Oh, boy.
Getting them where it hurts.
That's a very, and that's all right. That's the category which might bite Rocha in the ass because that happens to be a strength of Mark Reilly.
It's a tough category. If I had to pick one person not named Christian George to get an ace in that category, it might be the guy sitting there in the fake karate gi.
Mark Reilly, here is your category of scores and soundtracks.
We'll see how much of a strength it is.
What song
I haven't
plays
seen anybody
during
that's
Jennifer
been a
Beals'
strength of so
training
far.
montage in Flashdance?
What is 2 plus 2?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Never, B, Maniac, C, Fame, D, Stay?
Maniac.
It's correct for 1 point. All right.
Maniac on the floor.
Next
On the
question.
floor.
Next question. Who composed the new music for 2006 Superman Returns?
John Ottman.
That's correct.
2 points
Correct.
for an opponent's choice. He is not faring too shabby.
Question number 3. Which 90s film had the smash hit soundtrack featuring Burn by The Cure and Big Empty by Stone Temple Pilots?
It sounds familiar.
Multiple choice.
Is A, Reality Bites, B, Mystery Men, C, The Mask, D, The Crow?
The
5.
give it to me again.
Is it The whole question?
Yeah, no, the choices.
A, Reality Bites. B, Mystery Men.
Thought it was
C,
Mystery
The
Men.
Mask. D, The Crow.
Reality Bites.
Incorrect, Rocha.
The Crow.
That's correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Big
Every
still.
night I burn the same.
Yep. And
Great
your,
soundtrack still holds up.
your last question, Riley,
Have it
in
on tape,
scores and
that's all dying.
soundtrack. Who composed the score for Gremlins?
Jerry Goldsmith.
That's correct for 2 points. There you go.
Wow.
Riley got 5 points in that round.
Riley
Good
still
job,
was
Riley.
5 points in there, and he ended up on a question for
pretty good round
Gremlins.
for
That's
Riley,
one of his
considering.
favorite movies. That came out in the same year as The Karate Kid. It makes sense.
All right, here we go. So now the champion's turn to spin. If he gets a subject that he
This is
is
going to be
good at,
really interesting to see what Rocha
Riley,
ends up
we'll see.
spinning.
Always the potential to steal. Rocha got to be searching for classics here, Christian. There's also Westerns on the wheel. Maybe the Outlaw gets that. Spinner's choice!
Oh.
Really paid off
He
for
has
him.
the run for anything he wants.
It really paid off.
He
for
just
Rocha
doubled
this time.
down.
I mean, come on.
Since the days
And
of
got
myself
quadruple.
versus Dan Murrow
This
has an
wheel
opponent's
wants you as
choice and a
champion, it
spinner's
seems.
choice works so much.
This is a ridiculous wheel.
I'm the Outlaw, so Westerns.
Wow, he's going
He
for
is
Westerns.
going Westerns.
Just as I said with Classic
All
Clark
right,
Wolf,
giddy up,
that
partner. That's just a little
effing
Western
wheel
joke.
strikes again.
John the Outlaw Rocha.
Yep.
Your first question, Westerns, is thus. In Young Guns, the classic Young Guns, the regulators are comprised of Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Casey Size-Masco, and who?
Dermot Mulroney.
2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
See the size? You see the size of that chicken? Yeah.
And the crowd goes mild.
Chavez, Chavez.
Yeah.
Next question. What happened
Monty Python
at
reference
12
for those
o'clock
who score at
in
home.
the classic High Noon?
The villain comes into town to face Gary Cooper.
We can accept that. The train arrives, featuring the villain for Gary Cooper. 2 more points.
All right. Very spattering of applause. Yeah.
The crowd almost like they're being held hostage.
Yeah.
Forced to clap. Your next question. What
his
name
Westerns
will
happen.
Clint
Well, I
Eastwood's
think that would happen.
mysterious character go by in Pale Rider?
Preacher.
2 more points for the Outlaw.
Man.
Preacher!
Your last question. What was the first Western to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? Is that your final answer?
Multiple choice.
Today, Brokeback Mountain. B, Cimarron. C, The Last Wagon. Or D, Stagecoach.
Cimarron?
5, 4, 3.
Cimarron.
1 point for the Outlaw.
What a
I said
round
it.
by the
I didn't
Outlaw.
remember the other ones
big
being
play.
nominated.
Picking Westerns was a good move.
Best Picture winners is actually
Spinner's
something
choice,
I'm actually
opponent's
pretty
choice,
familiar
okay,
with
off.
because
But
I
if
actually
I may, if you have opponent's
them up
choice
fairly
on
often.
one guy, then spinner's choice on the other, we
Those
still
other-
only have a 3-point
I knew for sure
ball game,
Brokeback
and we
Mountain
have
didn't
3
didn't
more
win
rounds
or The
to
Last
go.
Wagon,
And
so
we get into
Cimarron
the
definitely looked
third
familiar when it
round.
came to Best Picture winner.
Mark, it is the betting round. How does it go?
The betting round is whoever's in the lead. In this case, the Outlaw is going to spin that wheel one more time. Whatever category that lands on, you're going to have one question in that genre. Once you find out what genre it is, you're going to place a wager from 0 to 3 points. If you get the question right, you earn the amount of points you bet. If you miss the question, you lose the amount of points you bet. Rocha, please spin the wheel at your leisure.
Is that French?
Oui, oui.
Is that French?
There we go. There it is. Let's see what the category is going to be. They will write down their points after it lands on.
What's he going to get? Is he going to get spinner's choice, opponent's choice?
Julia
Roberts.
Julia Roberts is going to
Yikes.
land on. All right, so now
Yeah,
they
that is
write
that.
down their points.
Julia Roberts is definitely not a
what they
strength
are
of
going to
Mr. John
How much do
Stephen
you know of
Rocha.
Julia Roberts films? I know I'd be
We'll
betting,
see if he can
maybe a solid point or two.
pull this one out.
Of course, I know the answer, so.
All right, that's fine. I'll ask.
I actually see John only wagering
Alright,
one,
here we go.
honestly,
Camera off my
if
face.
that.
Yep.
All right. In which film does Julia Roberts play the character of Darby Shaw?
Well, he knows it, though.
Which film does Julia Roberts play the character of Darby Shaw?
Giving him just a free repeat of the question.
Sometimes you're this nice person.
Giving out coupons.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Come on.
Start with Mark Reilly. How many points did you bet?
2.
And
Didn't look confident.
Mystic Pizza.
it's incorrect. And Rocha.
2. Steel Magnolias.
That is incorrect.
Ooh.
So the answer was
Pelican Brief.
Pelican Brief.
Oh.
The pelican is a bird and brief.
Julia Roberts trips them both up.
No points, actually still a 3-point game.
I haven't seen anybody yet
Now we
in
get into
Schmoedown that
round
Julia
number
Roberts has been a
4.
strength of.
Round number 4 is affectionately known as the speed round, where quickness can get you a couple points if you're fast
As I was
enough on
stating,
the
I don't
draw.
like
You
the
each have
fact
a
that
buzzer in
quickness
front of you. We're gonna ask a
can
series of
determine
five
a
questions. As soon as you
a
think you know the
champion.
answer to the question, buzz in. If you
What
buzz
I
in
thought
first,
the
it lights up green.
question
You have a
for
maximum
round 4 should
of
be
2
is
seconds
you ask
to
one
answer
question that
correctly.
has
If you answer correctly,
multiple
you get 1
answers, and by
point.
multiple
If you
answers I
miss
mean
the
anything
question or
from
time runs out before you complete your
6
answer,
to
you lose a point.
15 different
And
answers.
here we go.
And what they would
Okay.
do
Question
is they
number 1.
alternate back and forth
Wayne
giving a correct
and
answer.
Garth were
And
not worthy
they
of
keep doing
which
that
musical
until
artist
either
after
somebody
his
gives
concert in
an incorrect answer, runs
Mark
out of
Reilly.
time,
Alice
or
Cooper.
gives an
That's
answer
correct
that's
for 1
already been
point.
stated.
Milwaukee.
In which case the other person can then
Number 2.
run off
Name
as
the
many
actress
answers
who
as they
stars in
know
the following
until they do
movies.
the same.
Excess baggage.
To me,
The Crush.
that
Alicia Silverstone.
that would be a
1
better
point.
round
Excess
than
baggage.
this because
Your next
it
question.
it
How many
highlights
James
the
Bond films
competitor's actual
starred
knowledge
Pierce
rather than,
Brosnan?
again, determining a champion by bringing a buzzer faster.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing.
Reilly not taking the shot.
4.
The answer was 4.
Oof, I almost.
4 movies.
Oh well,
All right.
Your next question.
it's all right.
Which film
GoldenEye,
features
Tomorrow Never
characters
Dies,
with the
World's Not
following
Enough,
names?
and Die Another Day, I
Billy,
believe, 4.
Gale, Sydney, Dewey,
So, like I was
Tatum,
getting at with the
Cotton,
the
Ghostface.
what I thought round 4 should be, I think it's a
Sandlot?
better idea because one, it
Ooh,
saves
minus
a bunch of
1,
questions
minus
down the
1.
line. It
We're
saves,
looking
I think,
for screen.
5 additional questions.
God.
Plus, it expands the
What the
different
fuck is
questions
wrong
you
with
can
me?
ask because asking a question
Thought
with
maybe
multiple
Ghostface
answers
would've given it away.
suddenly
So
opens
Mark
up the
Reilly just-
entire
Mark
yeah.
Reilly,
trivia
Carl just fell off her chair.
complex. So,
will
like,
say
if you
this,
had
Ghostface, hell of a
say if
Little
you
League
had
baseball player.
Oscar
I-
winners, and the category
just
could
kinda
be
went
name the
crazy
last
there.
18
Your
Best
last
Picture winners.
question,
To me,
and it's a big one.
it's an easy
in the
question to
speed
ask.
round of round
It's
4
hard to
for
come
1
up
point.
with that
Name a
many,
film directed
and
by
to
Oliver
me,
Stone.
that is a good way to determine a champion because
1,
that is what
2,
exposes, or
Time,
that is
time's
what
out.
shows a
Point,
competitor's
finish
actual movie
Name
knowledge.
a film directed by Oliver Stone that was released after the year 2000.
All right, so there you go. So look, we're back to 13-10.
Still at the
It
we
is
just cannot
Yeah,
get
because
off that.
after all that, it was pretty much a wasted round. Nothing ended up happening.
Haunting my dreams.
Yeah. All right,
Should've
so
said
here we
mine.
go.
My bad.
5th and final round, the championship round. It comes down to this. Rocha, the champion,
That
has
could
a
have proved
3-point
my point. They should come
lead
up
over
with a
the
different
former
style round.
champion, Mark Reilly. Round 5.
That
Mark,
was
how does it
basically
work?
just
In round 5,
6
each
minutes that
competitor
basically
gets 3
did absolutely
questions.
nothing.
Those questions range in value from 2 points to 3 points to 5 points. What we need from each
To me, there's got to be a
member
better
what we
round.
need
They
from
can,
each
better
competitor
format
is a
around they can
series
do
of
there.
3 numbers ranging from 1 to 25. Now, John Rocha, because you are in the lead, you get to pick your 3 numbers first. Which ones feel lucky, punk?
10, 18, and 22.
10, 18, 22. Mark Reilly.
9, 14, and 16.
9, 14, and 16. We start with the former champion, Mark Reilly, who has a chance here to get 2 points with category number 9, which is the category of sports films.
And as I was
All
looking
right.
blankly into the screen,
Who stars
we just hit
and
the 1 hour
produced
mark on this
the
video.
2012 baseball
Damn,
film,
this is
Trouble
long.
with the Curve. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
Nice JTE rule invoke right there.
Who stars in and produced the 2012
People actually don't do that more
baseball
often.
movie,
It's actually a good
Trouble
idea.
with the
You know,
Curve?
Andy did it a couple times during his match with Christian.
For Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
Clint
damn it.
Eastwood.
$1 million arm.
Clint Eastwood. All right, so now we jump down to category 14 to try to tie the game here. In the category of Pixar, In which Pixar movie will you find Helen Mirren as the voice of Dean Abigail Hardscrabble?
Monsters University.
That's correct. Ties up the game. Now we go back to the champion for 2 points.
Rocha showing his approval right there. Rocha, you selected number 10, though you did not seem that confident.
Nope. None of these.
Your category is action adventure. For 2 points.
I don't like either of those things. Yeah.
Your question is, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Jack Slater, takes on a host of baddies, including the Ripper, in what action film?
One of those newer ones. At least I think it is.
Rocha, attending a Lamont's class
5,
after this.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Jack Slater, takes on a host of baddies, including the Ripper, in what action film?
5.
Raw deal.
Ooh.
Looking for Last Action Hero.
Oh, I hate that movie.
Oh.
I fucking hate that movie.
Shoot.
John Rocha, you're going to get another question coming your way.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-pointer.
Okay.
You chose number 18. Didn't seem that confident in that selection
This
either.
must hit. He's got to
Your
get this
category
one.
is Westerns.
Oh,
Once
there.
again, the Outlaw rides with Westerns, and your 3-pointer is thus.
We'll see.
Other than Denzel Washington, name 2 actors that portrayed members of the Magnificent Seven in the 2016 remake.
Chris Pratt and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Give the man 3 points and
go.
the lead
That's a
by
three-pointer.
3 from Mark Reilly.
All right.
There's a big
so
pull there.
back to Mark Reilly with his 5-pointer. 5-pointer here. All right. Mark Reilly, your category is in famous actors and actresses. Which
Well,
actor
actors famous.
starred in 2005's King
Just
Kong,
asking.
but also provided voices
Just like
for the
famous
animated
directors.
features Shark Tale and Ice Age? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
Nice use of the JT rule once again.
Which actor starred in 2005's King Kong and also provided voices for the animated features Shark Tale and Ice Age? 5, 4, 3.
Jack Black.
That's correct.
Wow.
18-16. We are down to the 5-point question.
Oh,
It
boy.
works like this. If John Rocha hits his 5-pointer, he is still the champion. If
This
Mark
would be
Reilly,
really bad
if
after
Rocha
all the
misses
talk
it,
that
Mark
Rocha's done to
Reilly
get to the
will be
top,
the
and he ends up being
champion
a
once
one-hit
again.
wonder.
Let's go for that 5-point question.
John Rocha,
Yeah.
the last number you selected in your series of 3 was number 22.
Yeah.
And up here at the table, number 22 corresponds to the category of Marvel films.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Your 5-point question.
I'm not gonna know it.
To retain your belt, which you love so much. In Ant-Man, who plays Maggie Lang, the mother of Scott Lang's daughter?
Five, 4,
Repeat it.
3,
And repeat it.
2.
Repeat the question.
In Ant-Man, who plays Maggie Lang, the mother of Scott Lang's daughter?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Michelle Monaghan.
And your winner!
After all that, John the Outlaw Rocha was a one-hit wonder. Well,
What a roller coaster ride! A classy bow from Reilly. Rocha will
For the
he shake
proving,
Reilly's hand? He does not.
I was always
Simply
the real
exits
world
the
champion.
building. Mark
Suck it,
Reilly,
Rocha.
champion
Suck it.
once again. Has the belt again.
Rocha has lost the belt. Mark Reilly is the champion. My goodness. It's got to feel good. He's taken it back. He has done it, Mark.
What a roller coaster ride from the beginning of this match, and we didn't even know if Mark Reilly was going to be competing at all.
Right.
He fights through injury, he fights through hardship, he fights through one hell of a performance by the villain John Rocha, and he gets the belt back. Judy Greer. We were looking for Judy Greer.
He was down 3 points the entire match and does it. But I can tell you this, I already have an announcement as far as who Mark Reilly is playing next. I was going to announce this, win or lose what was going to happen. We are doing an event at the Collider Collision. It is an event in July. Mark Reilly will be defending the title against Dangerous Dan Murrell.
Dangerous Dan Murrell coming back for the belt again. So Mark Yodi Reilly, a little bit of time to enjoy his belt, enjoy his winnings. Rocha, a lot of time to stew, to feast on the fact that he needs to see.
It's going to be interesting to see if Murrell can actually take the belt again, or
Well, let's go to Emma
if
Fry, which
Reilly
obviously
can
is
actually
gonna be with a
avenge
very
his
distraught
original
John
loss
Rocha,
against
but the
Murrell.
new champion, Mark Yodi Reilly.
What is up, Movie Trivia
It's going to be
Schmoedown
weird
fans?
seeing
Emma
that,
Fife
that,
here
that
with your
title
returning champion,
flip around
Mark
like a hot
Reilly,
potato.
the first person to ever be a champion 2 times here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You got to be feeling pretty great right now.
I'm feeling good, Emma. I can't believe it. Yeah, what a game.
Yeah.
What a
looks
game.
good, it does.
Let me say something. Rocha is a good champion. He knows his stuff. That was well fought. I'm just happy I have it back, though.
Yeah, well, you were down the whole time. I was having a heart attack in the audience, personally.
You
so.
were, yeah. No, I just kept saying, look, answer each question as it comes. Maybe I'll get a lucky spin.
Congratulations
I
to
didn't.
Mark
I
Reilly.
did
That was
not get a lucky
it's a
spin.
big victory on
Rocha
his
got
part.
another lucky
He,
spin. I thought I was
he had to
out,
claw his
and
way back for a long
yeah.
time. Oh, there's Clark Wolf.
That's all right. Hey,
Now it's
you
going to be
want all the
interesting
belts?
because
Fuck yeah, I want all the belts.
let's go
I
get all
hinted
the
at the
belts.
fact that I actually think they're going to win the
All
tag
right, we're gonna go
titles when they
take,
face the
on,
Patriots.
whoever-
So
I don't know. They wear like
should that
these
happen,
jerseys that people
that's a
steal and deflate
that's a
balls
pretty
and
big
whatever.
deal
Yeah.
if
We're gonna go
Reilly
take
ends up
it from
becoming a
them
double
now, okay?
champion.
You guys are
That'd be
gonna
a
hold
huge
all
deal
the
for
belts from now on.
Movie Trivia
That's
Schmoedown.
right.
So you
Damn
say-
right.
So you're saying that you guys are definitely going to be team champions as well, then?
Oh, I think we have a damn good shot. We can't
they
look
are.
past anybody, but I think we have as good a shot as anyone. You now have a part. We got it. I'm a
Rocha's
champion.
interview is going to be very interesting to say the
You've been
least.
there. You could have played for. I mean, we're so good.
I'm feeling
Damn
really
it.
good about it. I'm so proud.
That's
of
actually
you.
very shocking to me
Okay, if I
because
Definitely a big
Rocha
win
had
for the
everything in
Marks
his
of Steel here. I
favor.
think this might be just
Reilly
the
hit
win that's gonna
opponent's
give you guys
choice,
confidence
Rocha
that
hit
going
spinner's
up
choice,
against,
and
you know,
even
like
after
you say,
all
those guys
that, all
wear
that,
jerseys and throw some sort of ball around. There's
Rocha
a
still
very
didn't
good
get the
chance
job
that you
done.
guys
That is
really could achieve what
I can
John
see
Rocha
why he's
has
pissed
always
off. That
claimed that he's
that's
gonna do, get all the belts,
everything
all the
was in his
records, and I
favor.
really think that the Bulls are
Everything that could
Well,
possibly
I'm
go
learning
right
here,
went
this
right,
league
and he
doesn't-
still
Here
failed.
we
This is
are.
ridiculous.
Here we go.
This is ridiculous. I
I'm
beat
shocked.
you twice already.
I'm shocked, and I beat you
Should
once.
get Dan next. All right, I deserve another shot at that title. I earned it for a year. I fought my ass off to get a shot at Dan, and I beat him. I beat him, and I took that title. You won because I didn't know someone like Judy Greer. Come on, give me a break. She's in 900 films. I'm sorry I didn't know her. You know, she looks the same as any other blonde actress. God forgive me. Listen to me. I want a shot at this title. All right, do you understand what I'm saying?
Huh?
No,
Sorry.
really?
Wait,
talk
start-
about roots.
Wait,
Really?
wait,
I mean, is it
Rocha,
that
Rocha,
kind of
Rocha,
shot?
Rocha, Rocha.
I want a shot at
Shut
you
up
again.
real quick. Start over. I was shining my belt.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh!
I missed it all. Sorry. Start over. Okay, well, listen. Let me humor you. I don't make those decisions,
Don't humor
man.
me, son.
I don't make those decisions. Calm down, dude. I don't make those decisions,
say
but I'm
yes.
happy you played a hell of a game,
That's
man.
right, I did.
Hell of a game.
That's right, I did.
I don't make those decisions, but I'm happy to take you and Merle on.
You want to do this?
That's
the
fine.
triple threat.
Not up to me, dude.
I want
Not up to me.
Okay,
All right, bye, dude. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. He's such an angry person.
He really is. I wonder where
God,
all that
so-
anger comes from. Well, there's certainly no need for any anger on your part, as we say, you are the returning champion
Thank you.
to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. We are all proud of you. I think if anything, we can say that today justice has truly prevailed.
So the Collider Collision is going to be
Emma.
very
Damn
interesting,
right
and
it has.
I've already
About
made
time
the
someone with some
opinion that
class had this belt
the
on his
upcoming
shoulder.
Exactly.
Josh
And
Makuga,
well, unfortunately, we're going
Bob
to
Finstock
bid
match is actually
goodbye
going to take
our-
place on
our
that match
classy
too.
heroic champion and talk to the no
I actually
longer
tweeted to
champion,
Makuga
John Rocha.
about that idea,
No
and
longer champion.
Good luck.
he liked the tweet, so I think
All
he's
right,
definitely
we
up
are
to it.
Back with the outlaw John Rocha, and you know, Rocha, I have to say it's been a long time since I've had a conversation with you wherein you've lost a match.
It's going to be interesting to see when Collider
Yeah.
Collision.
You know why?
He said July.
Steamrolling everybody.
I wonder if it's going to be a 4th of July weekend.
This whole time, whether it's the Schmoedown tournament, whether it's the chance to be the title holder, whether anything, for a year, I've been fighting my ass off to be a champion. And I got there, and I beat Dan Murrell. I beat Dan Murrell 3 times. I beat Mark Reilly 3 times. There's no way I don't deserve a shot, a rematch at that belt again. Do you understand me? This is what I'm talking about. I've known Christian a long time. We go back to college. We were hanging and banging back then. We were running and gunning back then, so he owes me. So he's going to give me a shot at that belt at Collider Collision. We're going to make this a triple threat so the 4 horsemen can get their belt back. That's ridiculous what I have to do. It's ridiculous that I lost this belt on a fluke to Mark Reilly, and I want my belt back.
I don't
Or they
think
could
I would
potentially do
call
an
that
idea
a
that
fluke.
I
Don't
came
care
up
what
with,
you think, Emma.
that I
You were
posted
cheering for Mark
on
Reilly.
the official
Nothing I
Movie
say would
Trivia
have been
Schmoedown
good for you.
Facebook
Listen here.
page.
I want that belt.
I won't hint at
I'll
it,
offer you,
but
listen, Commissioner, I want that belt.
several people out like the idea.
That's every interview over.
That's all I'll say about it.
Okay, well, I guess that's it from now former champion John Rocha. Back to you, Christian and Mark.
Well, look, how about that? Rocha, once again, crashing an interview, but this time saying he wants to be part of that match at the Collider Collision and wants it to be a triple threat match. That's something that we're going to have to talk about.
The higher workings of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown brass will have to have a little council Lord of the Rings style about that, but in the meantime, Mark Yodi Reilly, classy as always in victory. The same can't quite be said for Rocha, but look, if nothing else, the guy is passionate. He wants all the belts, and now he's down a belt that he had at the beginning of the day.
Look, man, it's Reilly right now, you can say that he could perhaps already in this young season be player of the year. He beats Sam Levine. He beat his teammate Clark Wolf. He has won 2 team matches already, and now he takes the championship.
And thankfully for a guy like me, it also means that, look, the free-for-all was a lot of fun, but Reilly had a very early exit in there. Maybe Rocha's still worn out from the endurance trial that gauntlet provided.
Reilly right now is definitely the front runner for Player of the Year, but I would say that one William the Beast Bibiani can definitely make some noise for that title by the year's end.
All right, so we have a new champion, and his name
especially
is Mark
considering he's
Yodi
got an
Reilly,
upcoming match with
once
one
again, the champion of the
Harloff,
Trivia Schmoedown.
so it's going to
What
be
do you
interesting to
guys
see.
think? Go ahead and
To
comment.
me,
Make sure
that could
you
end
like
up
it.
being
Very
a
important
very,
to do that, so
very
you get more matches
good
like this,
upcoming
more like the
matchup.
free-for-all, more like the Collider Collision. But the funny thing is, not too far from now, Mark Yodi, the new champion, and his teammate Classy Clark Wolf are going to be going for those team titles. There is a world where we have Mark Yodi Reilly with all the belts, all the records.
You know, a great man once said, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Mark Yodi Reilly back in charge with at least 1 belt to his credit as of right now. Everybody out there watching, thank you so much for your very active participation. Make sure if you're not already a member of the Facebook page, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, join that right now. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown on the Schmoesno iTunes feed. They do a great job covering everything going on inside the world of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Judy Greer.
And make sure you check out our brother Josh McCougar, the wild man who is behind the scenes telling you about fantasy right now.
Kidney Punch by Mark Ellis. Okay, so that was the doubleheader for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Ultimately, 2 big thumbs up from this matchup. New champion, did not expect that coming, to say the least, and a very impressive showing from Brianne Chandler in the first matchup. It's going to be very interesting to see where everything goes from here. Mark Yodi Reilly is back on top. Rocha wants his title shot again. Dangerous Dan Murrell is in line for a title shot as well. But you've got a lot of other contenders that are up and coming. You've got Drew McWeeny. You've got William Bibiani. You have Classy Clark Wolf. You have Sam Levine, who won the free-for-all. So he's going to get a future title shot. So when's that going to be? Who knows? But we will find that out when it comes. So until then, this has been JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I am JTH. Thank you for watching, and until next time, adieu.